Hello, welcome to La Like I'm Stu, this is Ali, and in the middle, right here, we've got Ryan Reynolds, the voice of Detective Pikachu.
I don't need a Pokémon.
Then what about a world-class detective? Because if you want to find your pops, I'm your best bet.
Ryan, welcome to Beijing.
Why, thank you.
Are you
nice to be here. Thank you.
I'm so excited, huge fan of you, right?
Thank
huge
you.
fan, yes, like been whole my life. And,
Guys.
and who better to be the voice of Detective Pikachu?
Come on.
Ryan. So is it fair to say that the role Pikachu is a dream role for you? You
It
dream
is
about
kind of a dream role for me, you know. It's a lot of. I love using my imagination. That's the thing that got me started in this business to begin with. So you know, everything I do with Pikachu is it follows your imagination. Because I'm not on set. I'm not in front of those people. I'm not actually having conversations with them. It's all motion capture and performance capture in a separate room, which makes the job a little challenging, but a lot of fun.
Now, appearance-wise, Pikachu, small, yellow,
Right.
furry.
Beautiful.
What qualities do you possess that allow you to portray something small, yellow, and furry?
Right, I know. I don't have a tremendous amount in common with Pikachu's physical features, although
Don't put yourself down.
with money and surgery, the
Yes.
day is young.
Yes.
The day is young. Yeah.
All right, well, there we go then.
That's your answer
It's
right there.
short and sweet.
Yeah.
yes. So to the untrained ear, the voice you use to bring Pikachu to life sounds remarkably like your normal voice.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
almost as if you haven't changed your voice at all.
I mean, he didn't even change his voice. It just sounds like him.
Almost as if I did nothing
But we
to
know
prepare
better.
for this role.
We know
yeah.
better. So,
Yeah.
how long did you practice to, capture that perfect tone for Pikachu?
Here's the thing. This is how this works, and this happens for a lot of anything that's kind of animated in Hollywood, is that they will take Pikachu and they will try out to just pull lines from movies from other actors, and they'll stick it in the Pikachu's mouth, and it will say the lines, and they will all sit around by committee and decide that sounds like our Pikachu or this sounds like. So I'm sure there was like 30 or 40 people before me that were jammed into the mouth of Pikachu, but when they got to mine, for whatever reason, they liked it and they thought it worked. I think they used some lines from Deadpool or something that would probably never be suitable for children or anything like that, but it worked. So then when I got to the stage of actually performing, they were not having anything else. They just wanted me to sound like me. So I was
Okay.
like, all right, great.
And it seems as though Pikachu is quite well versed at talking to the ladies. So is that something that you brought to the role personality, or is Pikachu just a smooth talker?
I'm pretty well versed at talking to a lady.
Yes.
My wife. But other
Yes.
than that, yeah, I just have I'm a little bit more clumsy, I think. I don't know. I've always been a little bit more clumsy with that. I don't know. Terrible.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, when I was younger, it was like I was saying. The idea of asking someone out on a date is like I would rather this end in a messy stabbing death for me.
I'm sure, yeah. I mean, we've all
It's
been
just-
there.
Yeah, right. It's,
Yeah.
no, no
Although I
fun.
find that somewhat hard to believe now.
Yeah, now my wife will actually talk to me. Yes.
Yes, good.
That's good.
Right, now, Detective Pikachu doesn't look like a traditional detective. He doesn't wear tweed.
No.
He doesn't have a French or an English accent.
Yeah, that's
he does
true.
have a deer hunter.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
That
he
is
does.
true.
Right, but he does have a moustache. So, if
No.
you were going to be a real-life detective,
Yeah.
what accent would you choose? And would you sport a moustache? I know you've got the beard going on.
I would probably sport a mustache. I think I would probably use an English accent because
Oh, yeah.
it's approachable.
I mean, it just makes you sound
It's
clever, doesn't it?
trustworthy, right? That's exactly. You sound immediately like your IQ is tripled.
I'm a moron.
It's not
right.
good.
But no one can tell.
So yeah, I think I'd probably go with an English accent or a Canadian accent, which is also kind of trustworthy.
Right,
Yes.
okay, yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
definitely.
yes. Right. Okay, so now Stu has some quick fire question
yeah.
for you here, right? So
afraid.
just say anything that comes into your head.
Don't worry, we
I
have the
really
options.
shouldn't do that.
So, Pikachu or Psyduck? I should let you drink first, sorry.
God,
Let's
Pikachu.
do that again.
Pikachu,
Pikachu,
100%,
right.
yeah.
Pikachu or Jigglypuff?
Pikachu.
Squirtle or Lickitung?
Oh, Squirtle.
Finally, Mr. Mime or Diplo the DJ?
Really, just anything other than Mr. Mime.
Right, okay, so Diplo, you kind of won by default.
Yep.
He's
Yeah.
probably
Well done.
quite proud.
Well done, Dip.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for revealing so much about yourself. And okay, so there is a Chinese dub version of Detective Pikachu.
I know.
I know you must have heard
You've
about
watched it, right?
Yeah.
Well, I watched some of it, and the gentleman who's doing the dubbing, Lei, I think his name is, he's lovely. He's a really funny guy.
So, hard question. Who do you say does a better job at being Detective Pikachu? You or Chinese counterpart?
Well, I haven't seen enough of my Chinese counterpart.
Okay.
I recommend that the next movie we do it together.
Oh.
Also, I had this thought, like, wouldn't it be cool if he did a movie here,
Yeah.
and then when it came to America, I dubbed him?
That's a good.
Yeah. Maybe.
You're not sold.
I'm not. But I mean, it's good.
Could be
we'll
fun
pitch
though.
it later.
I'm in.
We'll pitch it later and then be turned down. Anyway, right, so Ali has already told you today we've got like 3 million viewers every week watching this show.
It's just crazy.
Yeah, no one recognises me.
You should
Still
turn
on the
this
subway.
power into pure evil.
Well, we're trying to right now. Our fans have requested that you do 2 things.
Okay.
You can choose which one you want to do. So the first is, can you now demonstrate for us a special ability of Pikachu?
A special ability of Pikachu?
Yeah.
I cannot electrocute anything, not without a,
Oh, sorry
not
about that,
without a
right, so
microwave oven. Yeah, can't do that. I can give you some smart ass, that's about it, which is sort of what I've been doing for the whole interview, so forget it.
True.
Right.
Okay.
So the other request is that they want you to sing a quick line from one of your favorite Chinese songs. No, just kidding. That's fine. We don't have a story.
What if I just busted into pure songbird?
It would be brilliant.
Right,
Are you going to?
No.
Oh, okay, right. So he probably does have a velvety smooth singing voice, but we'll never know.
Right. Silky smooth.
But you can hear his voice in
Yeah.
Detective Pikachu.
Yes,
Right.
that's
Right,
very
so before we go, Ryan, is there anything you want to say to your Chinese fans?
Detective Pikachu, it's a movie made by people who love and adore and respect Pokemon culture. So I think the Chinese audience is going to love this movie as much as I loved making it. And I can say quite objectively that it is the best movie ever made. of all
It is.
time.
It is.
We agree.
We totally agree.
So that's all we've got time for. Can I have a high five before we go,
We
Ryan?
have a high five, yeah.
Excellent, thank you very much.
Oh,
Don't give him one, it's all right.
Handshake, I like that.
And
Real gentleman.
we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Take 2, Mark.
So let me get this right. We're forced to listen to this spa music so your head doesn't explode and kill us all. Sonic!
Whoa, a Flareon.
In my head, I saw that differently.
Hello and welcome to Lawai Kandangsi. I'm Stu, this is Ali, and today we're joined by Kathryn Newton, one of the stars of Detective Pikachu. Kathryn, welcome to Beijing.
大家好
Wow, you speak Chinese?
一点点
Excellent. Right, now, it's so nice to speak with you today, but first I have to ask, were you a fan of Pokémon before you took on this project?
Of course, it was a big part of my childhood, as well as I feel like millions of other people.
Cards or the...
I liked the cartoon,
Right.
And I actually, my mom told me the other day that I had a Pikachu backpack that I wore to school for the first day,
Oh.
which is nice because now in the movie, you guys have seen the movie, right?
yeah.
Psyduck I carry on my back the whole time, so it's kind of funny.
Full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, why do you think you were chosen to portray the role of Lucy? Is it because of all the experience?
It's because I was just meant to. No.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was chosen to play Lucy. I think sometimes you just get lucky.
Oh.
I really do.
Yes.
I just got an audition.
Right.
You know, I just read it and I loved Lucy, but everybody in the world wanted that role.
Right.
I mean, everyone read for it, so I didn't know if I was going to get it. But when I finally got to meet Justice and we had our chemistry read, it was magic. You know?
Dream come true.
Yeah, it was just like, oh, this is great. And then he's the best. So I feel like it was perfect. I mean, we're like best friends now, and making the movie was so
anyone else
fun.
playing Lucy but you.
Thank you.
You've been described as one of the busiest actresses in Hollywood.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
But
I love
with all
that.
these projects being thrown at you, so why choose this one then in particular?
Oh, it chose me,
Right,
okay?
okay.
This movie chose me. I was honored to be in this movie. But that's really how I feel. I feel like it was a role that I found, and I just thought to myself, no one else can do this but me.
Okay.
There's no one else that can play Lucy but me.
Owned it.
I've owned it. I went in, I dressed like Lucy, and then in my fitting, they had all these clothes that were like what I wore on the audition.
Right.
So I really feel like it was just meant to be. Yeah. And Rob Letterman, our director, he just gave me the freedom to discover her.
Right.
And I never felt like we were on a massive movie set. And I mean, I've been working my whole life, and I have never been on a production like Pokémon. It was the biggest production ever. I mean, my trailer was huge. I loved it.
I've heard rumors of Pokemon attacking people.
Just doing some light stretching. I'm about to rock this place.
I'm holding on for you.
Brilliant idea! You hold the door! I'll go get help!
Is this really happening?
Don't worry, none of this is real. Nope! All of this is real! Run! Go!
He's cute.
Yeah, she's trying to work me, kid, but trust me, I can. Oh, sweet. Mother of Arceus, that feels so good. Hey, Tim. I don't float.
It was so fun. But Rob really created an environment where Justice and I were able to focus on our acting.
Right.
I mean, we had to work really hard at acting because we were the entire time. You know, Psyduck's not there, Pikachu's not there. We had to use our imaginations and be really grounded and rooted in our characters so that we could make it all happen for you guys.
It's very challenging. And talking about the range of movies, Lady Bird, Three Billboards, Detective Pikachu, it's like really different. So how about, did you have fun making Pikachu? Like,
Oh my gosh.
What kind of differences that before?
Well, we also filmed Pikachu in London.
Oh.
So I got to live in London for like
That's
4
where
months.
he's from.
Oh, really?
Well,
oh,
no,
yeah?
but
Oxford.
Kind of? Yeah. Cool.
all
So
your money's gone, I imagine.
yeah, it's
So
gone.
expensive.
It's so expensive. I lived in Marylebone, also expensive,
Okay,
but
yeah.
it was lovely. And Pokemon is just different than anything I've ever done before.
Yes.
Because I was entering a world. Do you know what I mean? It was more than just a story that I was telling. We've entered a universe of people who have been a part. People have been a part of Pokemon for generations.
Yes.
And it was more than just telling a story.
Right.
Also, it was new. There's never been a live-action Pokemon film before.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. So, like you've already said, those furry creatures weren't there.
Nah.
But how did you go about creating a connection with them when they're not on screen with you?
I just knew we had a connection, Psyduck and I. It was innate. But really, I had a girl. Her name was Lauren. She played Psyduck.
Right.
So she wore a green Psyduck suit.
Okay.
And it looked like Psyduck. She had like a head of Psyduck, and then she would just say Psyduck, and I would work with her, and that helped to a point. But because of all the CGI, we had to do many takes, and a lot of the takes were with nothing. But Justice is so brilliant, and it's just easy. You just do it. You dive in and you go. Yeah.
So how do you like working with the voice of Pikachu?
Ryan!
Yeah,
I loved working with Ryan. The first week he was on set and we did the entire movie. And when I heard him be Pikachu for the first time,
Yes.
I was like, oh yeah, that's
No
what,
way.
Yeah, we go through the whole movie
Yeah.
and because of the CGI and everything.
Right.
But I was like, this is gonna work. This is actually gonna be amazing. I mean, he really brings Pikachu to life, and he also has the heart that it needs. You know, he's so funny and witty, but also really grounded, and I think it really humanizes Pikachu. So I just felt like really lucky that he got to be in the movie.
Well, in just a few words, how would you sum up his version of Pikachu?
Hilarious.
Just one
Just
word.
hilarious.
Hilarious.
And also adorable.
Yeah. Okay. And if you were a Pokemon, what would your special power be? Like
Oh, if I was a Pokemon, what
Yeah.
would my special power be? Maybe like lightning through my eyeballs.
Oh.
and I can fly. And then I would evolve into like a fairy human.
She's clearly thought about this.
Yes.
I definitely would be like a fairy Pokemon, you know?
Right.
Like that would be the vibe. I
Me
would
too.
definitely be like translucent and like shiny. Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be
That's
fun.
omniscient. Like, you can do everything basically.
I'm basically mute. No.
Well, Kathryn, that's all we've got time for today.
Oh, okay.
But is there anything you'd like to say to your Chinese fans before we go?
Why ni? Or do I look there? Oh,
Yeah,
that
just
one.
there, yeah.
Why ni?
我爱你。
Mime.
Yeah, she loves you.
And go watch the movie.
Yeah.
Yes. Go see the
Everyone.
movie May 10th. I hope you love it. We made it for you.
Bye.